Hi students! This week we are going to make a 3D vase. Let me show you. Oh. What's fun is that it will stand up on its own when you're finished with it. It's kind of tipping a bit. But anyway, the cool thing is we're going to do what Matisse would do towards the end of his career. He loved to draw with scissors, is what he called it. So he would create lots of organic shapes, kind of like the ones that we did in our collage last week. So we're going to make a lot of those cool organic shapes again this week, along with some geometric shapes. We're going to glue them all onto our cool little 3D vase outline and then put them together to make a standalone object. So here we go. The first thing you want to do is print off that template that I have included in your assignment. So that's our first thing. Then you'll want to pick two pieces of paper. I suggest the same color, but you can get funky and do two different colors, just something kind of different. So I picked yellow, but you guys pick whatever color you want. You'll also need a pencil, a pair of scissors, and a glue stick. So the last thing is you'll need some scraps. I am using the same ones that I used with our last project, so it's kind of nice. They're getting to a lot of use these days. Use up all that old paper. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you'll want to cut out this template that you just printed out from your printer. So we just cut that out just on the black lines. Okay, and then what you want to do is you'll want to put that right at the bottom of your paper. Okay, make sure that that's resting right along the bottom because you want a nice, smooth, flat bottom for this vase. So then you're going to trace that template that you printed out. You can just trace it with your pencil. Oops. Okay, and then you do the same on the other piece of paper. Make sure you line it right up there on the bottom. Hold your hand on the template so it stays in place. And then draw around it with your pencil. Oops. Okay, now the next step is you're going to want to cut out each of these parts of your vase. So now we have our two vases templates. All right, they're all cut out from the color. They look very, very similar. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do some Matisse cutouts. Now, like the cool collage that you guys did before, you cut out different shapes, and so that's what I'm going to have you do. We're going to even use some geometric shapes in these too, so maybe you might want some triangles in there. Maybe you might want some circles. So this is going to be a project that's really heavy in cutting. So we're going to cut out a bunch of fun shapes, any kind of shapes that you want. Just like Matisse did. He did some fun organic shapes. He sometimes added in some geometric shapes. And what you're going to do, guys, is you're not going to glue down yet. You're going to wait till the very end to glue down. You're going to want to decorate both sides of each template because you can see both sides when they're put together at the very end. So right now I'm going to start by cutting out a whole bunch of fun shapes, and then we'll arrange them and find a fun way to make these vases look nice and pretty. You guys, in case you're interested in doing these fun little curly cues, I'll show you how I do that. I just take my scissors and I spin my paper around, so like I'm cutting a circle, and then I just cut in a little closer and in a little closer, and then stop right there. So then there's that big circle, but then I go in and cut it right up the middle around in that same pattern, all the way like that, and then I have two. So I have one like that. Okay, I'm at the part where I've got both of my vases kind of balanced out the way that I'd like it. Now I'm going to glue all those pieces on. Then I'm going to turn these vases over, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Now we are going to make the cuts to build our 3D vase. So you just get any straight edged object. So I'm using a spare sketchbook. And what you're going to do is just put it right in the middle of your vase. Okay? So on one of the vases, you're going to draw a little line from the middle to the bottom, just like that. And then on the other vase, you're going to draw a line from the top to the middle. So it's kind of like if you put it on top here, you'd just be doing a line right up the way like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cut on that line. and cut on this line. And we're going to put these two together. Just like that. And your cool vase will stand up and it looks really neat. So you can see it like this. Like that. And we are done. Thanks for the great work today, guys. Have a great week. Bye.